This is the Charlotte Coliseum, the host for the 41st annual ACC basketball tournament, a classic in college basketball. Yesterday, youth was served. Rasheed Wallace and Jerry Stackhouse of North Carolina stepped up as North Carolina eliminated the Seminoles of Florida State. And then Randolph Childress, the star, as Wake Forest advanced to the semifinals. Good afternoon, everybody. Mike Patrick along with Dick Vitale. It's great to have you with us. Randolph Childress put on quite a show yesterday. Of course, he almost always does. I think he's the most underappreciated, unknown star in college basketball.
He was sensational yesterday. He put the real chill on Georgia Tech. He made all the big shots, driving, slashing, as well as shooting the jump shot. We're watching him right now go to the goal with the spin, the glide. He had 19 points. He was 8 for 13, but he also did a great job controlling the tempo of the game from the perimeter.
For the people who had not followed North Carolina, you got to see the freshman yesterday, and if you didn't believe before, you got to believe now.
Well, he's come to back-to-back, two sensational games. The one against Duke when he was inserted in the starting lineup, and yesterday he was a monster. There he is with the rejection, and then he hits the little jumper in the lane. 17 points, 16 rebounds, and his buddy, the other diaper dandy, Jerry Stackhouse, he had 19 points coming off the bench. They are unbelievable as talent.
Tim Duncan has emerged as a star pivot man for Wake Forest, the ACC's third leading rebounder, had 13 boards yesterday and 6 blocks. Dave Odom has made history at Wake Forest. This will be a record 4th straight NCAA trip for his club. And yesterday, he got the monkey off his back. He won his first ACC tournament game. Derek Phelps will have the job of stopping Randolph Childress as well as running the ball club. He's the number 4 all-time man in assists at Carolina. And today, possibly another milestone awaits Dean Smith. Career win number 800. It would be his 26th this year.
I have to believe he's also a little bit more motivated with the possibility of going into the final against Virginia rather than Duke. To have to beat Duke 3 times could be a tough calling for anyone.
One of the things that's helped Randolph Childress this year, moving from the shooting guard to the point guard, and we want to let you hear what he had to say about that before we tip it off.
It was too predictable to guard me when I was playing a lot at the off guard. You knew the plays, you scouted the plays, you knew what I was going to do. And I thought leaving me at the point where, you couldn't really know, you didn't know what I was going to do. I could take the ball off the break. It put me in a lot more situations to make plays for the team.
The 12th all-time leading scorer in Wake Forest history. Only 2 juniors have ever had more points, Rodney Rogers and Dickie Hemrick. Going back a few years, their all-time leading scorer. He's also number 6 all-time in assists. Just a great player.
He came into the game yesterday really bruised up, had that bad shoulder where he missed the game at the end of the year, and yesterday he took a lot of bangs and bruises, but yet he's back right out here ready to play.
He was hurt twice during yesterday's game against Georgia Tech. Montross and Duncan to jump center.
He has another year of eligibility. He's a junior because of the fact that he lost 1 whole year in 91-92, and he'll make a lot of preseason All-American teams.
Williams and Phelps starting the backcourt. This is Wallace at the baseline. Misses his first shot. Trelawney Owens, who was the muscle up front for Wake Forest, gets the rebound.
He has really come of age as a player on a baseline. Owens, they like to go to him on that baseline. And Duncan had the big rebound in totals yesterday, but he had 14 points as well.
They get it to Duncan, but it's knocked away by Wallace, picked off by Williams. Phelps with a reverse, missed it. And hits the little jumper from the baseline. 2-0 Tar Heel.
They got to get a little offense out of Derek Phelps so the defenses come out and play him a little tougher. He had a good spurt there when Donald Williams was out, but the last few games, people have been playing offense.
And Williams still has to show people he can hit the open perimeter jumper. He hasn't done it yet. Coming back off of multiple injuries and a terrible shooting slump. Speaking of outside shots, they need Mark Blucas to hit that 3. He's the number 1 long-range shooter in the ACC, 47%.
He also shot that 3 well last year.
Montross, that jump hook from the baseline.
There's the good jump hook on the baseline by the big guy. They get the ball into him. They're trying to establish their big people early in this game.
Here comes Childress. They work him constantly off of screens to get him free. Misses the three. Duncan kept it alive, but touched it last. Of course, these teams met twice during the regular season in conference games. Carolina won by 24, but Wake Forest at home won by 7, as Childress had 18 in that one. Now we play on a neutral court in the rubber match.
Duncan really matching up, trying to beat Montross to the spot. They're switching inside, though. Duncan now rotates over to Wallace.
Williams around a screen and an air ball from 10 feet. Williams again in the lane. This time he scores.
He really does a great job protecting the basketball with that leaner. He loves to shoot that leaning shot.
Childress, this is Harrison. Goes baseline, kicks it back out to Owens. He's got range.
He really has improved his range. Steps out after a little screen. Look at this, the great catch.
And then Williams travels.
North Carolina tries to sneak out in transition. After a score, they release Williams. That was a tough catch to have to make.
There were times when Wake Forest would come into the ACC tournament and meet Carolina, and you could see on their faces they were intimidated. No more. They are not intimidated by anybody.
Well, especially with this guy with the rock in his hands. I mean, he can play against anybody. He's going to be an excellent player at the next level. Childress.
Childress with Reese on it, and Reese nearly got the ball away. Childress gets it back. Duncan, he's got range too.
He's got a nice touch. What a career he's going to have.
6'10" freshman from St. Croix in the Virgin Islands. How do you find these guys?
Well, Davey Odom heard about him from a former player. Chris King was the guy that told him about him. Saw him over at St. Croix when he toured. He went out to look at him on a playground. Said, hey, I'm going to give him a scholarship, but nobody knew about him.
Owens, nice move to the baseline, blocked by Montross, fouled by Montross.
Kalani Owens playing with a lot of confidence, taking the ball right at North Carolina's big people.
Wake Forest has won 20 games, an excellent free throw shooting club, and #1 in the ACC in long range shooting. Childress hitting 37.5, Blucas 47.4. Rusty LaRue shoots 49%. He just doesn't have enough attempts to qualify for the league lead, but they can fill it up from outside.
Well, you know, when you can shoot the ball like that and you make your free throws, you're going to hang in games consistently and be right there at the wire to win them.
Boy, Trelawney Owens, 6th from the free throw line in the league, 5th from the floor, 7th in scoring.
Did you see that rebound? Mr. Stackhouse just stepped on the floor and immediately made his presence known.
Deacons by 2, 16:42 to go first half. Here's a loose ball.
And he made his presence known there with the turnover.
Saved by the hustle of Wake Forest, Lucas and Duncan.
Let's see the matchup here. Williams going to try to check Childress.
Harrison back to Owens, loves that turnaround jump shot, missed it. And snatched by Stackhouse.
Wow, 2 impressive rebounds in about 30 seconds.
Wallace.
Oh, he should have went right off.
Lucas knocked it out of his hands, out of bounds. Good help defense.
Well, Mike, he hesitated. He should have caught the basketball and just went right to the basket with that quick acceleration. What a great game yesterday, 17 points, 16 rebounds. Had the big game against Duke as well in the last game of the year.
This is Derek Phelps to Montross. Williams leans into one. He's been very successful with that down the stretch, gets the rebound, and he's fouled.
That's what's kept him alive in terms of shooting the basketball, because it's not his stationary jump shot. He had the big game, though, against Duke when he went 9 for 18.
North Carolina, as always, shooting over 51% from the floor, and they have been an outstanding rebounding team, as you might imagine, with all that size inside.
They wear you down. They really wear you down with their size. Dean Smith going for the 800th win of his career, all at one school, North Carolina. And they tried to, well, they did hang him in effigy early in his career.
Donald Williams missed the first free throw. Very rare for him. He missed the second. But the rebound goes to North Carolina. Rasheed Wallace. He's got it back against Owens. That was partially blocked by Stan King, who's checked in, the senior 7-footer. And it's knocked out of bounds to North Carolina. Early first half, Wake leads the Tar Heels by 2. Wake Forest leads by 2 early. Mike Patrick and Dick Vitale with you. And Dick, I have to think it's very important for Wake's interior defense to play well.
Well, against the big people, Montross and Wallace, they got to do a great job defending them down in the boxes. Look at Montross, the crowd he draws. Now he has Duncan on him, but Duncan will now switch you off. Watch this. There's the switch. See? Communication by Trelawney Owens, and now he leads all over Montross. Very important against North Carolina that you don't let them dominate on the inside. We also saw Big King come on the floor, Stan King, to give him some great size inside.
15:55 to go first half. North Carolina basketball. Wallace will inbound. Wallace, Stackhouse, Phelps, Montross, and Williams on the court for Dean Smith. And Wake zoning off the inbound.
Collapsing inside.
Stackhouse partially blocked by Duncan and went in anyway.
That's just a great athletic play. Great upper body strength to make that happen on a baseline. Just a baseline beauty, Jerry Stackhouse. Derek Phelps now right all over Childress. Defense against offense, but they're switching. See, they're switching up on top. Phelps is just standing, rolling up on top. Now they rotate Stackhouse. See, Stackhouse can't play Childress. I'd take him one-on-one right now and clear out the side. He can't check him.
That's what they've done. Shot clock at 6. Childress has to give it up, gets it back at 2. Tried to get up in the air and draw the foul, and he did it. Not
a real heady play right there. Shows his really inexperience as a defender, Jerry Stackhouse. That's the one area he's got to really work on, that area of expertise, playing on the defensive end. He bailed him out on that as the shot clock had run down, and Childress, the only thing he could do was force it up. Yeah, he was throwing up a Hail Mary shot right there. And he'll get 3 shots out of it. And not a heady play. And Childress is 78.5% free throw shooter. He got injured yesterday, went in the tunnel, loosened up, came back, and made 4 big shots in a row against Georgia Tech. Dislocated his shoulder. In fact, the last time they played North Carolina was when the injury occurred. Well, North Carolina, as you said a little bit earlier, though, Mike, really in a situation right now where they can win out 2 games. They're going to get a #1 seed, and I think in the East as well, with Connecticut going down. Today, Missouri, I understand, big trouble with Nebraska. I did not see the final. Northwestern beats Michigan, could move Michigan to a 3, and Massachusetts could step up to a 2 seed. Just a wacky day in basketball. Obviously out there for them. Childress has hit the first 2. The Deacons lead by 1. But before North Carolina thinks first seed or anything else, they better get by Wake Forest. This is a good ball club that's already beaten them once. Now they rotate Salvadori and Calabria on the floor. They try to go to Montross on the alley-oop, and Phelps mistimes it. Not a good play there. Eric Montross is not the kind of guy that you want to throw an alley-oop to. You want to utilize power with him. Wallace or Stackhouse is the guy to get that ball. Exactly. That's called knowing your personnel, knowing their strengths, knowing their weaknesses. Lucas, who's already hit 1-3 to Childress. Nice head fake to get open. Back to Lucas for 3. Got it. He's 2 for 2. Great leadership and an understanding of the strength of his players. Childress knows that Lucas can shoot for 3, and he finds him. Excuse me, that was Rusty LaRue who had just checked in. He's the same thing. He can drain him too. Yeah, he really is a very, very good 3-point shooter, almost a specialist. So Lucas and LaRue both on the court with Childress right now. Phelps, tough shot off balance. I don't like those yellow uniforms. They bother me. You can't pick out those numbers that quickly. Childress has a screen at the top of the circle. Didn't want to use it. Got by Phelps. Pull-up jumper. Bricked that one. Salvadori's presence made him take that bad shot. Oh, that's Phelps. Offensive foul. Pushed off with the left arm. And he knew it. He just immediately gave the ball up and comes back on defense. Lucas with a blue collar worker. Look at him saying, great call. I like that call. He said, super call.
Thanks a lot, Rick.
He's out of Girard, Pennsylvania, going to law school next year. A 3.75 grade average as a business major.
Wow, at Wake Forest, that's really impressive because that's one of the real fine universities academically.
Hey, that's impressive. You're going to school at home. 14-8, Wake Forest with the lead. The North Carolina fans very quiet, a little stunned here. Phelps lost it as he tried to make the 360. Does a great job of not traveling when he went to the floor. Calabria with a 3. Rebound goes to Travis Banks, the junior from Clinton, North Carolina.
He had a big game yesterday, very active on a baseline, great legs, very quick.
Dean
Nice
Smith up second, and a walk, and Blucas. Backdoor cut, lays it in. You can hear Dean Smith's voice crisply across the floor. He wanted a walk call on Childress.
Tremendous backdoor cut.
16-8 Wake. They're on an 8-0 run.
They're continuing what they did yesterday. Played so well yesterday.
Montross misses Salvadori. Offensive foul.
I think Dean Smith needs a timeout. I think Dean needs a timeout. We're going to watch Mr. Blucas right now run a backdoor cut right here, right behind the defensive player. We're going to see him right now. He freezes the defensive player, and there it is. And he catches him staring at the basketball. Donald Williams, a great job executing the backdoor cut by Blucas. That defensive player has to watch ball and man. You got a midpoint.
Owens against Salvadori. Missed the shot. Duncan tried to keep it alive, but knocked it out of bounds.
We saw Wake Forest yesterday. What impressed me was their execution. We realized they played against a team that was hampered with injuries. Certainly James Forrest couldn't play up to par. Drew Barry couldn't play up to par. But that doesn't negate the great performance by the Demon Deacons.
This is a great time for Dave Odom because he can afford to rest Childress with that 8-point lead. Calabria for 3. He's an excellent shooter.
Got to make that open shot. But that was created by the drive of Stackhouse into the 3-second area and then the kick out.
McGinnis, number 5 on for the first time. He's on Harrison.
He's from out of Charlotte. That's to impress the people out here.
Banks to Duncan. Harrison for 3. He's developed a shot.
Their guards are really excellent. They get great guard play from Childress, Harrison, LaRue. Almost called Blucas like a guard as well.
Wallace partially blocked by Duncan, but he'll pick up the personal. Duncan leads the ACC in block shots, had 103 during the regular season, had 6 more yesterday.
Rasheed Wallace has got to work a little bit when he catches the ball inside. Mike, on a little up and under move and a little head fake. He catches the ball and he turns immediately and shoots that jump shot. He gets away with it a lot of times because he's so much bigger than most people.
That's one of the big adjustments for high school kids, isn't it, Dick? The things that you did in high school that always worked now don't always work, and you got to come up with something else.
Because you're playing against people your size now. In high school, he didn't see many 6'11" guys, certainly of his talent level.
Blucas is back in. Banks will sit down. 11:49 to go, first half. A 7-point Wake Forest lead.
He's got that nice rotation on his free throw.
Wallace hits the second. The lead has been cut to 6. We'll be back to Charlotte for the ACC after this. The Blue Devils have been eliminated from the tournament. Since 1985, Duke is the only team that has won the ACC regular season and gone on to win the tournament. They've done it twice. Their chance has passed, and now it's up to somebody else. The Virginia fans still celebrating after that big upset, and Wake Forest right now with a 6-point lead on second-seeded North Carolina. Childress back into the game. McGinnis on him right now. McGinnis is the forgotten freshman for North Carolina with all the publicity that Wallace and Stackhouse gets. He's terrific too.
2 freshmen going at it inside. We got Wallace and Duncan going head-to-head. Duncan's got those impressive numbers as a rebounder. Wallace, you know what I like about Wallace? He seems to have a lot of fun playing. Look at him right here defensively. He's going to check up on Duncan. He says, come on, Duncan, you got more PT than me, but you can't play with me now. I'm becoming a big star. I like watching those two go. Two active players on the inside.
Shot clock recycled after the kick. Childress, nice baseline pass to Duncan, who was very patient, and he's fouled.
Wake Forest does a great job of making the extra pass, and they do a super job of setting screens and moving without the basketball. They're really well drilled, and this team has really done a solid job all year in a conference where I think a lot of people didn't anticipate them being this good.
Foul was on Rasheed Wallace. That's his first. 15th foul against North Carolina. Wake has committed 2. Stackhouse ends up on Childress, who goes right down the lane with a scoop. Missed it. Here comes McGinnis.
I would right now get involved a little bit with Wallace on a box.
Harrison went for the steal, left Williams wide open. He buried the 3.
That's the shot he has to make. When he makes that, North Carolina's level goes way up.
Because you have to respect his range, and when you come out, it opens up the inside.
Especially for their kind of people inside that are so mobile.
Harrison, baseline, kicks it back out. Childress for 3. He's been off so far today.
Here goes McGinnis running the ball up the court.
Childress has missed all 4 shots from the floor. Williams forced that one up.
Bad shot. Too experienced as a player to take that kind of shot.
Harrison. He came up short. Both teams a little short-armed on this last couple of possessions.
Both teams taking bad shots with each possession.
Baseline drive by Stackhouse. Stepped out of bounds. Coming up at 5:30, the Dr. Pepper Southwest Conference Championship. A&M against Texas. Then the Power Bar Great Midwest Championship. Memphis State and Cincinnati. Hawaii against BYU in the WAC. Then out to the Big Sky for Boise State and Idaho State. That's midnight Eastern, 9 Pacific.
Remember that Hawaii-BYU game can cause some problems. If Hawaii wins, there'll be 3 teams most likely from the WAC. Brigham Young, New Mexico certainly deserves to be in. And remember this, the Great Midwest, no automatic berth if Memphis State wins.
Trelawney Owens misses out of the corner.
Stackhouse likes to really get up in transition. Look at him, he posted, they missed him inside. Should have got it to him sooner. Some great hands.
3 freshmen on the floor right now.
Oh, yes.
One of them, Wallace, with the follow.
Oh yes, he's such a quick bounce from the floor.
He just explodes underneath. The lead cut to 1. Childress trying to go end-to-end and done.
He takes it right at Wallace. This ain't diaper dandy trying to get a piece of this. Comes back and plays good defense, stops the ball.
McGinnis with Childress on him would play some pretty good defense. Stackhouse with a big height advantage over LaRue, but then they switch.
Doesn't know how to utilize the screen. Stackhouse went wide, allowed the defensive player to recover.
McGinnis misses the 3, but Wallace with a follow.
What a great wingspan. I mean, he went across the lane, made the catch with the right hand, and then converted it to a baseline jumper.
Wallace already has 6 points and 4 rebounds. We played 11 minutes.
He's getting more and more playing time. I think Dean got tired of having him as an assistant coach. He said, I got enough out here with Phil Ford and Bill Guthridge.
Childress for 3, misses again. Here comes Williams.
He's got Stackhouse right on him down the lane.
Montross made a mistake. He brought the ball back down. He was tied up but fouled.
So he negates his great size. Now that same rebound, if it's taken by Wallace, he is quickly accelerating back up to the goal and jamming.
Foul was on LaRue. It's his first. And there goes the youth, Wallace and Stackhouse to the bench.
Hey, Mike, I figured something out. Childress struggling a little bit, but he made a great drive. Wallace goes to the sideline. I finally figured out why free throw shooting is down a little bit this year across America. Too many huddles, too many hugs, and too many high fives. And guys don't concentrate on just making a free throw. Everybody's hugging and giving high fives.
Might have a point. Here's Calabria. That's his second 3-point jumper.
Now somebody will give him a high five when they come back.
And North Carolina has regained the lead.
Well, Calabria knocks down that jumper. Calabria and Salvadori sound like an Italian construction company.
LaRue. He'll try a 3. Kept alive inside. Montross got a hand on it, finally brings it down. Wake got a couple of good looks. Banks nearly made the save.
Eric's got to be a little quicker to the basketball, especially at the next level. When he plays in the NBA, the quickness of the game, he's going to have to really develop a little bit more quickness from his footwork. We're going to watch right here how to get a three-point play. Comes through this area, and this guy here is the dangerous guy. He's going to run into this spot right here. We're going to see a little curl move into this lane. Now watch this right here. Here he comes across. Now right here, and drives the lane, and there is the kick out, and there's the three-point shot on the wing for the jumper. Knocked down by Rusty LaRue. Just an excellent job of running a little screen up high for Childress to create the opportunity on that baseline movement by Rusty LaRue.
3:03 to go first half.
That's why they lead the ACC in three-point attempts. They can run it, execute it, and finalize.
Owens from his favorite spot buries it.
They can really shoot the basketball. They have excellent touch. I love teams that can shoot a basketball. If I were recruiting today, I want guys that can put the ball in the basket.
Trelawney Owens has hit 4 out of 7. He has 11 points.
You can teach a lot of the other areas of the game, Mike. But shooting, it's almost like hitting a baseball. Tough to teach that.
And Dick, you know, in some conferences, it's become a lost art. People cannot shoot the ball.
Oh, exactly. Look at the free throw shooting across America. Where it's taught is at the young age. When you learn how to shoot, you got to be a real youngster learning all the basic fundamentals, techniques.
35-33 as we approach the 2.5-minute mark. North Carolina has committed 7 turnovers. Wake only 3.
Mike Krzyzewski really high on Randolph Childress. Told me today there's no doubt he'll be a player at the next level.
Chance to take the lead, buried by Rusty LaRue.
And that's awareness and alertness in Childress to find the open guy, to go to the right option, not to put the ball in the hands of a non-shooter.
And LaRue has hit 3 three-point shots.
He's almost like a specialist.
He is. Lucas also an excellent long-range shooter, and of course Childress can fill it up from out there. Williams, tough shot, off balance, Owens rebound. Wake Forest not backing down 1 inch. Childress kicks it back to Owens just inside the three-point line.
Childress does a great job constantly getting in the lane and kicking the ball back out.
Phelps trying to push it up. Montross against Owens. Triple team. Almost threw it away.
Looking for Stackhouse with that drive down the lane.
Reese lost it on the way in. Here comes Childress. 2-on-2. Goes by Williams and banked it in.
Excellent acceleration. A little yo-yo dribble movement.
Childress has 8. Wake is on an 11-1 run. Stackhouse wanted the ball, and he'll draw a blocking foul.
I'll tell you, shooting the three-point attempt really has been big here for Wake Forest. We're going to watch LaRue now as he gets free. He's going to go out here to three-point range, and they're going to find him. He's going to get free. You watch him curl, and there it is. There's the pop-out to the three-point shot, and there he is, finalizing after hitting the trifecta.
Reese a little slow to react on defense. Stackhouse will go to the line here. North Carolina down by 3.
Does he go to the free throw line, Stackhouse? Because he's constantly creating action. When you look at Stackhouse numbers, when you look at the foul line, Mike, he's 131 for 180. That's more attempts than anybody on the team, and he only plays 20 minutes a game.
Really remarkable. You would think that Montross or Williams or Phelps would lead the club in free throw. And Stackhouse a good shooter, too. Over 70%.
Those numbers are going to increase, almost double by nature when he gets 30, 35 minutes.
38-37. Wake by 1. Under a minute to go first half. North Carolina looking to trap here. Harrison guarded by Donovan Williams. Looking for Childress around the screen.
Phelps reacting quickly, popping out there against Childress. He may be all Rambo team, one of the best defensive players in America, Phelps.
Worked his way free and hit the runner.
Great use of the screen. Really does a great job of executing and utilizing the screen. A lot of guys don't know how to use the screen. Childress just did to perfection.
After a slow start, Childress has 10. Phelps Nice shot by Phelps with 9 seconds left. Here comes Childress trying to get another shot. Phelps from behind, stolen. And Montross unloads at the buzzer. Tough first half. The Demon Deacons of Wake Forest leading the Tar Heels of North Carolina 40-39. 40-39, Wake Forest leading North Carolina by 1 as we start the second half. Outstanding first half for both ball clubs. Childress, 10 points, 7 assists. He is for real.
I thought the real big factor in that first half was the three-point shooting of Rusty LaRue, who got free for those 3 threes and converted. They did a great job executing their half-court set to get the three-point shot.
Very well-coached basketball team by Dave Odom and his staff.
They've really executed well the last 2 nights.
They don't make very many mental mistakes. Owens backs his way in, has it blocked, and that's the first block for North Carolina in this ballgame. Turnaround jumper, Montross with a rebound off the miss, left-hand hook. Reese tips it in. So Wallace, Montross, and Reese all had a shot at it.
Offensive rebounding is big for North Carolina in this game.
They have just dominated that statistic.
The three-point shot has really kept Wake Forest in pretty good shape. That is a mistake. Turnover.
Phelps with Harrison back, and this will be called an intentional foul, and that's a good call.
Very good call. We talked about in the first half that it's not called enough. With Piparo with the quick call, putting Phelps now 2 shots in possession of the basketball. Right here, going to go in for the layup, and he's going to be grabbed. Oh, there's no doubt he's not playing the ball right there.
You can't get the ball by going through the man. So Phelps will get a couple, a 72.9% free throw shooter. And that gives the Tar Heels a 2-point lead.
That's the one area that's really been a factor of on a minus side for North Carolina, shooting free throws all year. Not one of the better teams in the league on the free throw line.
But they have been better down the stretch as Phelps misses the second one.
Dean Smith going for his 800th win. There's a look at the statistics. 52% Wake Forest really executed well. 5 for 9 from three-point range. Look at the rebounds, Mike.
And North Carolina has had 2 more offensive rebounds in the second half. It is 15-1.
It's like 3-1 go total rebounds.
And still, it's a 2-point ball game.
That's because of the presence of that three-point shot.
Reese trying to go baseline, gets by LaRue.
Super baseline drive. That's one of his strengths, acceleration on the baseline. Ryan Reese.
Virginia won the first semifinal against Duke. The Cavaliers will play for the title against the winner of this one. You'll see it tomorrow on ESPN. There's a foul on Rasheed Wallace.
Ryan Reese can operate on the baseline. They don't get any help, but he has the great balance and the agility, and converts it with the reverse layup.
Foul on Wallace was his 3rd.
Surprised they don't have Salvador ready to come in.
Childress was open for the 3, didn't want it. You can afford to wait with that bench, though, can't you?
Yeah, he's so deep out there. If you lose one guy, you got another quality performer ready to come in. Now they rotate that 2-3. Going to match up out of the 2-3. A lot of size inside on this shot.
Owens, his favorite spot on the floor, misses this time. Lucas kept it alive, but hustled by Phelps chases it down.
Phelps does a lot of little things on the floor that most point guards don't do, and that's rebound, play some defense.
Reese tried to slash to the basket again and misses. Childress very dangerous on the run and scoops it in.
That's why he's going to be an excellent NBA player. He is tremendous in transition, in the open court. He really knows how to take the ball and accelerate to the basket.
Childress has a dozen. The lead is back to 2. And here's Trelawney Owens and Rasheed Wallace with a little arm fighting inside.
They get it on Wallace.
That's 4.
They get it on Wallace.
Dean Smith did not like it.
There's one. Oh, a little push though with the right hand, Mike. There it is. A little push with his right hand to get free.
And Dean still up, protesting the call, and Wallace stays on with 4.
Does he know he has 4? I mean, he's got him on the floor here. Look at the time on this game.
Hey, with all these assistant coaches, I'm sure he knows he has 4.
17 minutes to go.
And Dean still beefing about that last call.
I remember the North Carolina game. Look at Salvador looking at the clock. Montross had 4, and he decided to play him. And Montross finally fouled out and had to go out of the game in the middle of that second half. I guess that's his philosophy. He's going to make a change now.
Dave Odom is the only one who goes to the bench before we resume play.
I would attack right now the area of Wallace, trying to get him to commit a silly foul. Wherever he's on the floor in this possession, I'd give up the possession if it meant to get him out of the game. I would try to attack wherever he's going to be on the floor. He has to play Matador defense right now. Look at him coming out to try it on the baseline. Block the shot.
Cross court to Childress for 3, and Wake regains the lead.
And Childress puts the chill on the Tar Heels.
That's his first 3. He has 15 points.
Look at Wallace banging. He's looking. He's got 4 fouls. He's got to play a little bit smarter than that.
And Duncan will pick up the personal. That could have been 5 on Wallace.
Could have been. I mean, if a referee really wanted to blow it, I mean, the referee gave a little break. Now watch, he's got 4 fouls. Now his pride is taking over. See, look at his pride taking over, trying to get position in there. I mean, they could call it either way there.
Duncan got it because I think he grabbed him by the jersey. That was the only reason they blew the whistle. Williams blocked from behind by Harrison. What a play.
Harrison, excellent defensive player. Former Georgetown Hoya.
Childress, does he feel it? Trelawney Owens does.
I'll tell you one thing, he does feel it in passing the rock. He's an excellent lead guard. Ability to score, ability to pass, and ability to guard people.
8 assists and 15 points.
Pretty good afternoon.
Wake on a 7-0 run. This is Stackhouse. Salvadori. Now Phelps. Runs Stackhouse around a screen, and he's hacked.
Stackhouse likes, that's one of his favorite moves, that little curl move, and to get into the 3-second area. Watch Jerry Stackhouse. He's going to use the big screen of Montross. Now watch, he's going to run a little curl move right off the big fella. He says, I like that. Comes right off that screen and gets fouled.
Childress commits his 2nd foul, and Stackhouse will go to the line. He's over 70% from the free throw line. LaRue comes back in. Harrison goes out for Wake Forest.
You and I documented a little bit earlier talking about Stackhouse on the free throw line has more attempts than any other player in North Carolina's uniform. And he does it all in about 20 minutes of action.
He's hit 3 straight free throws. Those are his 3 of his 5 points, as he has only 1 field goal today.
Seton Hall trying to play himself into the NCAA big dance. Kentucky beating Arkansas. What else is new today, Mike? It's absolutely been a wacky day in college hoops.
Perfect for the way the year has gone. People keep asking me, who's your favorite in the NCAA? I said, I don't have one.
Exactly, it's so difficult.
Trelawney Owens. Long rebounder, Rusty LaRue. He and Blucas both on the court together.
They really do an excellent job of looking for that extra pass. Spread the court, put the ball in his hands.
Deacons by 1. Childress to Owens. Now Blucas.
There's a screen for Childress.
The 3! He's hit 2 in a row.
And he did a great job of reading the screen, getting free. Trelawney Owens gave his big, wide body up to get his teammate free.
Childress started 1 for 6, but he's hit his last 5 shots, including a couple of threes. Salvadori answers at the other end.
Salvadori with that 15-foot jumper. There's Rasheed Wallace with 4 big ones. 4 fouls.
First 2 points for Salvadori. The lead cut back to 2.
Really good game right here. Remember, people, Virginia beat Duke in the first game.
And when Virginia shoots the way they shot in the first game, they can play with anybody in the country.
And they shot 50% once this year.
Childress got by Phelps.
No call! No call! Come on now! 3 guys watching that!
Oh, and the Wake Forest fans are up in arms.
Oh, wow. Dickey's got to be a call.
And now Wake will get the ball. But Dave Odom wanted to know where the foul was. Timeout, 14:47 to go in the ball game.
Watch this here screen we're going to show right here. Freeze it. See right here, the great screen in this area. And here's Mr. Childress is going to spot up and shoot the three. Watch the screen. There's Trelawney Owens giving up his body. And there it goes, downtown.
Hey, Trelawney Owens gave up Derek Phelps' body.
Yeah, he really did. Knocked him to the deck. Look at the three-point shooting, 7-3. 7 for 11. You like those numbers. Look, 4 and 7. All great numbers. All out up to 11.
Childress, that should have been worth 4.
Hey, 8 for 12.
That was from a mile out. He's hit 3 in a row. Randolph Childress has 21 points, and the lead is 5. McGinnis for 3. Duncan with a rebound.
Childress making a real run to be the MVP.
Travis Banks ahead of the pack, but they can't convert.
Last year was the James Forrest show.
Childress over McGinnis and Montross. Can't hit that Salvadori with a board.
Not a good shot right there. But he's allowed to take a bad one. Every now and then we allow him to do that.
Sometimes you start to believe you can make anything.
Look at the smile on his face. My shoulder feels good. As long as it's tickling the twine.
Last foul was on Blucas. That was his 3rd. Alley-oop to Salvadori, and Montross nearly made it. A little bit of a line drive. Needs a little more arc on that one.
Not really the kind of play you'd like to utilize for throwing the alley-oop.
Looks a little bit like Rod Thorne, who used to shoot that 2-hand jump shot.
Rod Thorne, what a name. West Virginia, Mountaineer land.
Nice pass inside, and Duncan has it partially blocked. Great defense by Carolina interior.
They need to stop there. They need to score here.
Salvadori back at the other end, lost it on the way up. Montross. Now Williams. Nice move to get free. Tries a hanger, draws the foul.
Donald Williams in that triple threat position where he catches the ball. Crowd here not happy with some of the calls by the Zebras.
I thought Salvadori had a turnover when he went up with the ball, came down and caught it. You can't do that.
It looked that way to me.
Sure looked that way to Dave Odom.
Dean Smith has his composure. Rick Brewer, SID, sitting right there, looks a little tired, sitting next to Dean.
LaRue will go out.
Last 3 games versus the previous 9, but remember the previous 9 had that injury to his foot and to his shoulder.
Williams misses the first free throw. He's hit 2 out of 7 from the floor. And he needs to shoot better than that for Carolina to win.
Hasn't been able to get into that real rhythm of Donald Williams like he had the earlier part of this season.
Well, he was averaging over 20.5 points a game after his injury. Now he's averaged down to 15.
He had that great run last year in the postseason, MVP. But they want to pick up the dribble.
53 to 49. Childress may have gotten away with a walk in backcourt after he picked it up.
Trying to double up. You double up on them, they're going to get the wide open shot. They're too good a team shooting the basketball to double up on.
This one's knocked away. McGinnis with a quick hit.
Oh, what a great spin! What a spin! Oh, hello there! He's from Charlotte, the Charlotte Comet. I mean, what a spin that was! The diaper dandy.
Tremendous play by McGinnis. His first 2 points, and it cuts the lead to 2. Banks. Montross and Salvadori both got a piece. Childress with a save to Harrison. And Harrison changed his mind in midair, but it's tipped in. Travis Banks tipped it in.
Banks really gives him a solid job off the bench. He's that typical athlete, great jumping ability.
Boy, we've seen some great plays in this one. Montross loves the jump hook. You can't stop it.
He's got that jump hook to the baseline. He anticipates the double team and sealing the ball from going into the lane. He spins to the baseline.
Montross, the only Tar Heel in double figures. He has 10.
It's a heck of a basketball game.
It's a beauty so far. Childress Calabria is a very good defender. really gets in your face. Shot clock at 6.
Whenever Childress has the ball, he's always thinking 3. Here's Harrison. Little shake and bake.
Owens has to try the 3. Rebound to Banks. There's no violation because it hit the rim.
Good call, Mike. You're exactly right. And they heard the whistle. They stopped playing North Carolina.
The buzzer goes off when the clock runs out, but there is no violation even if the ball hits the rim afterward.
Calabrier tries to deny, tries to shut off the passing lane, deflects the ball out of bounds.
Timeout on the court. Youth being served in this ACC. Freshmen like McGinnis have made big plays. It's a 2-point lead. Seven minutes, 52 seconds to go in this game. Wake Forest leading North Carolina by 4. They split the regular season series. Randolph Childress has taken over in the second half. 14 of his 24 points. He's hit 5 out of 7.
Rasheed Wallace on the floor now with 4 fouls. They bring him in for the stretch drive.
Wake Forest done a much better job in the second half, only being out-rebounded 11-10 after being out-rebounded 28-10 in the first half. McGinnis is in at the point, 3 for the jumper. He got a nice touch.
That's where he really does well. When he uses the screen and get into the 3-second area, he did that so effectively against Duke.
Because he's much more of a scoring threat than Phelps when he makes that move. Against the press, this is LaRue.
Tough to press them because you leave open gaps on the defense, and wow, they could knock down that open jump shot.
LaRue, Blucas, and Childress all on the court. LaRue for 3.
That's what we're talking about. You get open shots with that trap.
Owens got the offensive rebound. LaRue had the 3, or Blucas, and passed on it. 7 minutes to go in the game. And they want to get it back into the hands of Childress. Here's the double team, and he drives around and it's fouled.
McGinnis tries to body up on him. He said, who, me? I didn't touch him. I didn't touch him. Has anybody ever committed a foul?
Apparently not.
Where's the ball?
Wake has committed 16 fouls here in the second half, so North Carolina will be in the bonus next. But the Tar Heels have only committed 3. And how many times have we seen that throughout college basketball history under Dean Smith?
Oh, nice 2-man game.
Owens powers his way in, and Wallace just had to back away with those 4 fouls.
Nice.
17 for Trelawney Owens.
Excellent pass by Childress. Owens really knows how to play within the confines of a team offense.
When it's recognition, too, getting it to him when you know that Wallace is on him. Montross, triple team, Stackhouse, blocked by King, but a foul.
That's again where Stackhouse likes to operate, right in that 3-second area.
Stackhouse has hit all 4 tries today, make it 5 in a row.
Maryland will be a little nervous checking it out. Wisconsin, Xavier, we can think of a lot of teams that are hanging on the edge. I don't like on a bubble anymore. I don't like hearing that term. It drives me nuts.
How about East Tennessee State A&I Teachers College, or one of those other schools that you've been pumping for a week?
You're tough on all my little guys.
No, I like the little school.
Stackhouse perfect on that free throw line.
It's a 2-point game with 6:26 to go.
North Carolina going to a quicker lineup now, really trying to extend all over. Look at it, play almost like 4 guards. They're playing really quick.
Nice move by Childress to beat Phelps, and Blucas is drilled by Calabria, who went for the steal.
He's playing a bunch of little guys right now with Calabria on the floor, Jeremy Phelps and Williams and Stackhouse.
Has a lot of quickness out there.
And has the one big guy, very agile and mobile, playing without Salvadori and Montross. And you haven't seen that often this year where he's played without both big guys, at least playing one of those 2.
6:14 to go in the game.
This team is a trapping team. This team is looking to trap. Pretty tough to trap this guy.
Childress got the foul on Wallace.
Yes,
what a move by Childress.
He knows it. He knows it. It's bye-bye.
He's gone with 6:04 to go. Now you don't have the real quick guy at the back of that pressure defense. You got to bring Salvadori or Montross back in the ballgame.
Not bad to go to one of those two, but they don't have the quickness, as you said, as Rasheed Wallace. There's Childress. Look how smart Childress is. He knows Wallace has 4, and he's going to bring it right to him. See, right there, Wallace has got to learn to use his left hand to block that shot. A right-handed player. That's why some of the greatest shot blockers, Mike, are lefty. David Robinson, Bill Russell was the greatest of all time. Left hand blocked the right-handed shot.
Wallace hardly the numbers that he had yesterday in a tremendous performance in the opening round. Montross comes back in, and more importantly for Wake, Childress will go to the free throw line. 24 points this afternoon.
So when you try to block that shot with your right hand, you lean and you reach across the body and make contact with the body.
5 out of 6 from the line, and Dave Odom.
He looks like a math teacher, Mr. Professor. I mean, he's Mr. Professor, so calm and cool on that sideline.
Well, he is the teacher. You got that part right. 67-63, 6 minutes away from deciding who meets Virginia for the ACC championship. Baseline jumper by Williams is good.
Big shot maker, Donald Williams. Whenever they need a big deuce, it always seems he comes up with one. There's that skip pass. Dean Smith trying to get his 800th win. More than that, they want to be a #1 seed. They got to win this tournament. Uh-oh!
Duncan fouled by Stackhouse. They left that side of the lane open, and he shot right down it. That's a smart play.
Tim Duncan getting better and better. Young guy came from St. Croix. Didn't have a whole lot of competition down here, but they recognize a lot of potential. And there's Michelangelo.
Owens will come back in. You know, Duncan is a very quiet kind of kid, doesn't show a lot of emotion, but he does make excellent decisions. He doesn't force anything, plays within himself. 17 years old.
He's only a baby. He loves those video games, and he's 17. Believe that? He's only 17 years of age. He still could be playing high school.
Rolls that one in. He's a 73% free throw shooter. He'd be among the ACC leaders. Just hasn't had enough attempts this year. He will in the future.
They got a great young guy there. Looking forward to from Spain to be eligible next year. Ricardo Peral.
68-65, now 69-65. Wake Forest keeps rejecting North Carolina's runs.
Stays within that 4. Matchup right now, Trelawney Owens and Stackhouse.
Montross jump hook, nice touch.
He uses either hand, left hand, right hand, little left-handed jump hook.
Again, a 2-point game. They want to get us to chill.
Oh, turnover, turnover. He did, oh no.
It looked like it was off of Childress. It looked like Phelps had knocked it off of the Wake Forest star's body.
That really did to us. Childress, I think, knows he got away with one. Phelps trying to deny him the basketball. Face guarding him, trying to deny him the ball.
Owens to inbound and does, and Childress very confident in his ball handling ability, even against somebody like Phelps.
Almost looks like he's carrying the basketball, turning it over.
Well, they've been watching too many NBA games.
I know, they look like that. Watch when he dribbles with his left hand. It almost seems like he's bringing it over the top.
Shot clock at 6. He dumps it off. Duncan with a jumper. And that was tipped in by Donald Williams.
Was it Williams got that tip?
Donald Williams hit the ball, knocked it right back off the boards into the bucket. Of course, he won't get credit for it.
Well, Banks will.
It'll go to Banks, but Williams got the tip in. Stackhouse low to Montross, and from behind, it's knocked away by Travis Banks.
They really playing so determined, Wake Forest.
Childress for three. Oh, that would have made it a 7-point lead, and the steal by Blucas.
They're out hustling them. They're out hustling them, out scrapping them.
They really want it.
Very dangerous, you said, to try and trap them. They usually get the wide open 3 if you trap them.
And Childress fouled by Phelps. Boy, Childress got the guts of a burglar, doesn't he? I mean, he'll take any shot any time.
Likes the basketball in his hand at the end of the game as well.
That's the 7th team foul. So now both clubs in the bonus.
He made a big shot to beat the Dukies at Duke this year. Controversial game. He knocked out a big 3. Randolph. Third in the ACC on free throws, shooting about 78%. He's almost like money.
It's at 6 out of 7 today. 26 points, 9 assists. Chip in 3 rebounds. The lead grows to 5 with 3:57, and he's done it against Derek Phelps.
Yeah, he's done it against one of the premier defenders in America. He's had
and then McGinnis has been in there at times too, and he plays real well.
Yeah, he gets after you.
Childress with that soft touch.
Great rotation.
67. Timeout. Dean Smith will try to meld a comeback. .57 to go. Virginia waiting in the wings to play for the ACC title tomorrow.
Right now they got 3-point shooters on the floor, and Calabria and Williams playing them together.
Texas A&M and Texas will follow our telecast. Calabria for 3, hit 2 earlier. Tipped outside. Banks with Calabria back, missed the shot. Williams for 3.
Wow.
Huge shot by Donald Williams.
What a big three, but he's been making them his entire career. Whenever they've needed the big bucket, Donald Williams usually responds, and then they get the timeout.
What a big turnaround, Dick. You've got the layup that Banks misses at the other end. Williams comes back and hits a 3 instead of an 8-point lead. It's a 3-point lead.
Exactly, a 5-point switch right here as Donald Williams. I mean, he has no doubt he's going to let that baby fly. And up and away, nothing but nylon. And our stage manager, who's a North Carolina fan, has a big smile on her face. Perry?
Is your back?
Take a look at the 3-point field goal shooting tonight. Wake Forest has been sensational, hitting 10 out of 18. North Carolina has had 8 fewer attempts, but still shooting 50%. Carolina still has 2 timeouts left. Wake has all 3. We're in the bonus for both teams. Both have committed 7 personal fouls. So we will be in the dreaded 1-1, at least for a while.
Ready for this bit of information just handed to me? I have to say, I can't take credit for this. It'll be the first time if North Carolina gets beat, that since 1956, on the same day, that the Tar Heels and the Dukies would go down.
They certainly have dominated this tournament over the years. And we're ready to go again with 3:22.
And the Carolina faithful stand up and cheer.
Place jammed to capacity, and here's the story with the timeouts. Both teams in the bonus. Possession arrow, if there's a jump ball situation, would go to Wake Forest. Right now, let's check in with Chris Fowler. Chris?
Mike, a reminder that after the ACC finish, we'll take you to Dallas, the championship game, the Dr. Pepper Southwest Conference championship game, the top 2 seeds, the Aggies and the Longhorns. They tie for the regular season title. They split in the regular season. That game following the final minutes of Wake Forest and Carolina. Back to you guys.
Okay, Chris, we have 3:03 left in this one. Wake Forest leads by 3 points. Childress, Lucas, this is Harrison, who's hit a couple of big threes.
I don't know if you can play this 2-3 zone and leave some holes in the defense against the way this team shoots.
Shot clock down to 4. What a shot by Childress. Holy cow. He has 31.
What a rainbow jumper.
Out of the sky.
Bringing down raindrops.
Phelps back the other way. Williams wants to answer. 2:30 left in the game.
Can't panic and just think free exclusively if you're North Carolina.
Not yet.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time. They're going to take advantage of some of their big people, which they're not even looking anymore inside.
Shot clock at 9. Phelps is going to have to do it on his own. Put it up in the left hand and score.
Nice little drive. The lane wide open. Get the quick deuce. And now they're going to lock it up a little bit defensively.
Well, we've seen some tremendous individual efforts in this ballgame.
It's been a great basketball game. The Duke game was a heck of a game.
Yes, it was.
Virginia played so well defensively. There's the trap. They want to pick up your dribble. Good job by Trelawney Owens. Step into the basketball. Shorten the passing lane.
Childress back to Owens. Lucas. Salvador kicks it to Williams. We're down to 144 and counting. Williams for 3.
That was it.
Out.
That baby was right in.
Oh, and Stackhouse just reached out and grabbed Trelawney Owens and kept grabbing.
Official jumped right in to quiet it down. You talk about a big three. I mean, he just makes this on his own. He's being played really tough. And here's Childress. He's able to put the chill on you, Donnie. You can't check me. Hello. Good night.
So Owens will go to the free throw line, 73.9% shooter.
Like
but he's hit only 3 of 6 today.
When you think about All-American guards for next season, the name of Childress has to pop up. Look at this. A deuce by Seton Hall, hanging on, trying to get that berth. Right now, Arizona State trying to spoil a party for Arizona in terms of being a #1 seed.
Dick, I'll tell you, I think his name has to do more than just pop up. I think he's got to be a preseason All-American.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know of any guards coming back any better than him, I'll tell you that.
Trelawney Owens hits the first. It's a 5-point lead. Owens with a big game, 18 points this afternoon. Shot the ball very well. Misses the second one, but tipped outside. And it's out to Carolina.
Look at Davey Odom. I mean, look at the math professor. I mean, look at him. Look at him. He's on his knees.
Boy, he was really upset, particularly since it was a delayed call and the emotion could build a little bit.
He flat out can't believe that. He was right there.
5-point game. Stackhouse into the lane. What a touch.
That's where he loves to maneuver to get into that 3-second area.
1:24 left. Wake by 3 with the ball. Carolina fans wanted to walk.
They're spreading out the court.
And Harrison is fouled. That's the guy to go after, but he is a 72% shooter.
Carolina playing a little bit desperate there in that possession, and there's no need to be. Not down 3.
And look at this. There's not a soft touch anywhere.
Well, they lead the ACC in free throw shooting.
And then you bring in Rusty LaRue off the bench. He's only 2 out of 3 this year. But one season in high school, he was a 92% free throw shooter, so he can do it too.
Wow. He made some big threes early in this game, 3 of them.
Harrison hits this one. And what a bonus when so many teams around the country can't shoot free throws to be in this position. It's like you say, go ahead and foul me, man, you're dead.
Exactly. You're going to the winner's circle.
1:15 left. Wake Forest that far away from going to the title game. 78-74, Wake by 4. We were going to say, if you haven't joined, if you're just joining us now, but all I want to say is, where were your priorities? You should have been watching this all along. Randolph Childress has been sensational. 31 points, and in the second half he has 21.
Harrison's done a steady job as well, as has that guy right there, Davey Odom.
They try to draw a charge in backcourt. Instead, it's a blocking foul called on Childress. And that's 4 on him.
Can't afford to have him foul out, especially if this baby goes OT. Phelps going to the line. North Carolina, not a good free throw shooting basketball team.
And they tried to point out to one of the kids with the towels to come out and get that area on the court that was wet when Childress went down, and he missed it. Phelps has hit 1 out of 2 free throws. It is a 5-point lead. He'll get another.
I always get amazed by statistics on a free throw line, but certain players really respond when the pressure's on.
Yeah, sometimes the stat sheet is not what you ought to look at. You ought to find out what somebody's done in the last couple of minutes.
Exactly.
As the big timers step up. Phelps hits the second one. McGinnis will come back in, 79-76 with 1:14 to go. That's what's coming up next.
Texas has won 18 out of 19. They're really on a run. B.J. Tyler. There's that trap. You don't want to pick up your dribble. You got to step to the ball. Duncan almost didn't step to the ball, but they're going to hold.
Duncan fouled by Williams, reached in and grabbed his arm.
You young kids out there, whenever the ball's being passed to you, take that movement toward the basketball. Reduce, shorten that passing lane.
1:05 left in the game. Duncan, like the rest of his teammates, a good shooter from the line, 73-2. And Dean Smith substituting offensive and defensive.
For years, Dean Smith has been the master in handling the end of the game. You talk about managing the utilization of the clock. He's been as good as anybody in the history of the game on that sideline.
Duncan hits it.
This kid is going to be one heck of a player. We haven't even seen what this kid's going to possibly touch. I mean, here's a guy who comes from St. Croix, doesn't play against great competition, comes right in the ACC, is one of the leaders in rebounding and shots blocked.
Missed the second. He is the leader in shot blocks at a new single-season record.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
4-point lead, under a minute.
Stackhouse wants to attack the ball. He got pushed.
And Owens hurt his knee on the play and picks up his second foul.
Yeah, he twisted that knee. They were one-on-one maneuver right there. Jerry Stackhouse. What I like about Stackhouse, here's the latter part of the game, and he's a freshman, and he wants the ball with the game on the line. I like those guys that aren't afraid to fail.
Stackhouse has 6 out of 6 from the free throw line today. 10 points.
73% shooter. Phelps is 74% shooter.
The first, he'll get another, and after this, we will be in a 2-shot free throw situation.
He rattled that one in.
Cuts the lead to 3. This game deserves to go down to the final bucket. It's been that kind of ball game.
You like to see it go down to the last shot of the game.
Stackhouse hits it.
And I think it may. They play good defensive pressure right now.
Get it up to Harrison. They're looking for Childress already. They want him to have the ball. Phelps is trying to deny him.
Phelps should try to deny him. See, they're trying to gamble and trap, and that's going to get Childress free. That's going to get him free. There it is. Free for the basketball.
Down the lane, kicks it off, and Owens can't hold it. And Childress will go for the floor to get it back. Possession arrow gives it to Carolina.
Carolina really deserves the possession there because they made the play happen, diving on the floor. It would have been a shame if alternate possession right there went to Wake Forest.
Strategy, Dick. 32 seconds to go. Some coaches, especially a few years ago, like to hold for the last shot, even though you're down by 2. Do you like that?
No, I don't really like it. I like to take the first good shot, especially with the kind of offensive rebounding power they should have.
I agree with
Montross and Stackhouse. I mean, I'm not going to force the shot, but we're going to look for the high percentage shot. No timeout.
A 2 ties it. A 3 gives you the lead.
Trying to force it.
Trying to drop it off. Stackhouse somehow got it. Montross follows. Wake Forest ball with 16.6 seconds to go and a foul.
I'm really surprised. No timeout. And settle and get the club to know their great shot. Some people say, well, we practice, and therefore they have to understand and know what their roles are. Well, my feeling is, yes, if it's in a flow and transition versus a 5-on-5 situation. There's Stackhouse, and he loves to play in there. Usually he'll convert that, but it slipped off his hand. And look at Montross, right there. Right there, but he can't get the score. And here comes Wake Forest.
And Trelawney Owens tipped it outside. Harrison has had only 2 free throw shots today. He's made them both. Wake 17 out of 23. Remember, the lead is 2. He'll get another. Boy, it's a white knuckle ride from here on in.
These guys make their free throws. They knock them down.
This would mean North Carolina would have to go for a 3, and they will. Now, I've heard you in the past say you don't have to rush the 3. At times I've disagreed with you. Now, there's no rushing about it. There's 16.6 seconds. You got to take a 3.
Exactly. You got to think that 3-point shot, Mike. No doubt about it. And guys that can knock it down, certainly Williams and Calabria. What a great game, though. I tell you, what a gallant effort by Wake Forest and Virginia. And I'll tell you, Mike, I hate to say this, but they spoiled the TV party, North Carolina and Duke. But you know what? It'll be a great game if it's Wake Forest and Virginia. Just to see Childress have to match up with Cornell Parker would be special. But Carolina says, wait a minute, Mike, this ain't over.
Childress has hit 31 points today. Trelawney Owens has 18. For North Carolina, Eric Montross with 14 points, Stackhouse with 12, Donald Williams with 11. Well, Childress in 2 days. Let's see what he's done. 19 points yesterday, 31 today. Averaging 25 points a game in the ACC tournament is not bad. There is his mom and dad, Dee and Reggie, just enjoying every second of this one. Well, and they'll enjoy it a lot more in 16.6 seconds if North Carolina doesn't score a three-point shot.
You know, they lose Rodney Rogers, and a lot of people thought this club was heading for the basement or certainly in a bottom level. And then they had that controversy with the Maktar Njai, declared ineligible at Wake Forest. Yet they responded, and it's been Davey Odom who's done it as his leadership. But then Childress just took over when inserted in that point guard role. What a star he has been.
5 out of 9 from long range. He's just been terrific. He may need to hit another shot before this one is over, because Donald Williams will be the prime target to look for a three to tie it up.
And if you're going to get the three, a lot of times it has to go inside, back out, because Blucas is one tough customer, and he's going to be right up in Williams's face.
Calabria, the other excellent three-point shooter on the court. And Phelps can shoot it, but he's your third choice.
You better believe they're aware of Calabria and Williams on the wing. Trying to spread it out.
Carolina needs a three to tie. And you know what? I think that's a set call. Go ahead and foul them, give them 2 free throws, and it's to our advantage. I think that's a great play.
Mike, I've been singing that all year, and a lot of guys are afraid to take the chance because they say, well, gee whiz, he makes the 2 free throws. Now we put the ball in, they might steal it. My feeling is if you can't put the ball in play, then you don't deserve to win a basketball game. I agree with that. The three-point shot is going to go down better than 35% of the time. So let him go to that free throw line.
2 shots. That cuts the lead to 2.
A lot of time yet on that clock. North Carolina's going to try to lock up, try to make the quick steal. They have the aggressive guards they can, but if they don't, they'll foul and put them on the line.
Missed it. This is the only thing that can...
Oh, they got the ball.
They got it back.
Got a ball.
Phelps, cross court to Calabria. Childress to win it.
Oh, incredible, incredible. ACC basketball. It's Hooperman, baby. It's Hooperman.
An offensive rebound, which was the thing that killed Wake Forest in the first half, jumps up and bites him.
Take a look at the time left. Now there's Calabria going to spin in the lane. He kisses it off the glass. 3.8. The clock doesn't start until the ball's put in play.
Childress nearly made a running off-balance 3. We'll be back with 5 minutes of overtime in just a moment. Duncan against Montross.
The only time they utilize the jump ball. Started overtime to start the game. Remember, Wallace is out of the game, fouled out. Childress has 4. I'd attack Childress. I'd drive at him. Let him really have to play defensively. I thought fatigue set in on Grant Hill today when they rotated and let him play Dean after Dean had the great first half.
Williams forces one up over Harrison and got it.
Their confidence has to be way, way up now that this baby went into OT, North Carolina. They look like they were ready to be tucked away.
Duncan picked up his dribble, kicks it out to Harrison. Each team gets an additional timeout in the overtime. So North Carolina has 3 and Wake Forest 2. Childress trying to go one-on-one. Ends up against Salvador. Here's the mismatch. Owens back to Childress for 3. Salvadori with a loose ball.
Salvadori giving him a good presence inside with Wallace out of the game.
8 rebounds for Salvadori.
Duncan really playing Montross tough on the inside.
Excellent defense by Harrison. He made Williams throw the ball away, and Harrison is limping.
What confidence with the basketball, Childress.
Harrison telling the Wake bench he's got to come out. He twisted his ankle.
Referee's time.
Kept you up to date on what's happened so far in this three-point field goal contest. Wake Forest 11 out of 21. Second chance points. Carolina the huge advantage there with 22. Randolph Childress on the verge of a double-double with 31 points and 9 assists in this ball game. And Harrison still down and in obvious discomfort with his left ankle.
He's played a solid game. Certainly hasn't got the point totals to match Childress, but he's been a solid floor player and a good defensive player. And there's Dean Smith, always poised. Remember, he's going for his 800th win.
That's mind-boggling, 800.
I mean, we've seen a lot of coaching, a lot of basketball games to win 800 games. He's heard a lot of national anthems, I'll tell you that. I wonder if he knows it by heart. You want to have Dean Smith sing the national anthem.
Oh, let's not. Take a look and see if we can see what happened to Harrison.
Just the way he comes down on that right ankle. Didn't come down balanced properly.
And they are still tending to him, the Wake Forest medical and training staff on the court.
I'll tell you, the trainers do an amazing job in terms of the conditioning programs. When you think about the pace of this basketball game, the game today in college basketball, high school basketball, it's really surprising there aren't more knee and more ankle injuries than there are.
Harrison comes out, and you have to think ahead. If Wake Forest wins this ball game, would he be available tomorrow? So LaRue, Blucas, and Childress are the three guards out there with Owens and Duncan for Dave Odom's Deacons.
Well, LaRue on the floor gives him a specialist, a three-point shooter. He doesn't provide the kind of quickness and ball handling ability as Harrison. Oh, look at that.
Owens taken away by Phelps.
Just a sloppy play, though, by Wake Forest. No spacing, two guys together, and they get their pockets picked.
Carolina with the advantage. They lead by 2 and have the ball with 3:22 left in overtime.
So why don't you get Montross sitting down in the post? Dump him the ball.
They get it to him. Here's the triple team. He turns over Duncan and draws the foul.
Well, that's good recognition, though. He's sitting down in a low post. You take advantage of his great size, but the bottom line is he's not a good free throw shooter, even though in this game he started off really well.
Lucas committed the foul. It's his 4th.
Montross shooting only 55% for the season.
He is 2 for 3 today at the line. Misses the first.
I'll tell you, technique-wise, he looks solid.
Doesn't he?
He really does.
He looks like an 80% shooter.
Exactly. He's got that nice crew cut. I'm telling you, I'm going to bring a picture to show you, to document that I had that in high school. I had the Montross too.
Well, even now, his hair is only a quarter of an inch longer than yours.
You got some funny lines today. You're in ref 4.
3:11 and counting. Here comes the trap against Childress.
Salvador, he can't trap him. He's going to leave somebody wide open. They're running and jumping and scrambling. And
Childress calling the play. Gives it to LaRue. Back to Childress. They like the three-point shooters. Childress lost it on the way up. Loose ball. Duncan in the lane, headed partially blocked by Montross. And here's Phelps.
Phelps made a good defensive play in the confrontation with Childress head-to-head.
Wake Forest unable to do anything in the overtime so far.
Trying to let this get away from him, too. This possession's big. They got to lock him up here. I take Stackhouse driving to the goal. There he goes.
Goes to the basket. Blocked by Duncan. No goaltending. Dean Smith is going nuts.
Remember, in college basketball, you can block the shot off the glass, but it has to be on its way up. I thought that was coming down.
Childress missed the scoop. Duncan fighting for the rebound. Montross takes it away. And Dean says, hold it up. 2:04 left.
Spread the court. Get some good execution.
Well, we've had some close calls in this one.
Wow. I'll tell you, the referees earn their money on Mike. What a tough game to call.
This has been a great ball game. Phelps can't get in. LaRue on Williams. A hanger. called on Phelps.
He cannot believe it. Rick Brewer, look at him sitting behind him. Behind the SID.
Called on Williams. Holy cow. Timeout on the court. 1:43 to go in the game. The lead is 3. .143 to go in this one, Chris, in overtime. Here's the controversial call. Williams driving on LaRue.
Flat out a bad call. There's no way in the world that that's a charge. No way in the world. What a big play right there.
Dick Paparo comes from the backside, makes the call, and Dean Smith just bounces off the bench.
He's calm. He's
Even
calm.
with the smile, he is not happy. Trust me.
Trust you, he's right. It's like John Wooden used to be on that sideline with that program
rolled up. Wake has not scored in overtime. They are down by 3. Childress has 31. He needs at least 3 more.
North Carolina adjusting, going to a 2-3 zone. It's Salvadori running the baseline of the 2-3, trying to match up with their 3-point shooters on the wing. See, here he comes out to the baseline. Oh, that's Montrose popping up. What about the contact there?
No call, and LaRue has it partially blocked by Smokehouse.
He is literally hurt from the contact.
I'll tell you what,
I can't believe it.
officiating in this overtime has been awful.
No, it's been horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Unbelievable.
Really.
Right in front. It's just amazing what is going on here.
I thought in basketball, if you have contact and run into someone, there's a foul. Will somebody please tell me this is basketball?
If you gain an advantage, certainly it has to be called, and it wasn't. Lucas went down hard. There's a couple of amazing sequences here.
When you take a look at this, you don't see contact right here. I mean, is Montrose bodying up? I mean, the kid is hurt. I mean, he's literally hurt, and he gained an advantage.
Certainly did, and no whistle. Well, they are going to talk and write about this one for a long time, the sequence of this. And now North Carolina with a 3-point lead in the basketball. Childress can't get too aggressive. He has 4 fouls.
Going to take some clock off, spread the court, run a little motion offensively. Drilled for special situations.
You know, it pains me to criticize the officiating in this league because it is consistently so good, but this has been a bizarre sequence. Phelps wide open. He's hammered and no call. Holy cow!
I can't believe that there was no whistle there. What is happening with the whistle?
LaRue to tie it. He does!
He deserves the 3, though, after he got hurt on the other end and no call.
He's hit 4 of them. Right now it must be open season. You can do anything you want.
I mean, you tell me Phelps didn't get hit in that.
Unbelievable. He was hammered.
And I normally never sit here and talk, and I kind of defend them constantly, but you're right, it's overtime.
And this is going both ways, Dick. The calls are going against both ball clubs. There is a 4-second differential on the shot clock.
All right, they're going to start with some dribble penetration. I think it's going to be Williams. I think it'll be Williams popping out for the ball. They're trying to find him, but look at great denial.
Phelps can't shot clock. Got 5 seconds for Childress.
There it is!
No basket.
What a play by Stackhouse. Dean Smith gets his 800th. Congratulations, Dino.
North Carolina wins it in overtime, 86-84. And one of the most controversial overtimes you will probably ever see. Randolph Childress, a brilliant 31 points, but it's not enough. Stackhouse scores the winning field goal with 5.3 seconds to go. Dick, that's remarkable.
What a heartbreaking loss for Wake Forest. It really is. You hate to see a game decided with bad calls at the end of the game, but Stackhouse went and earned the last deuce, and he made it happen for North Carolina to go to the winner's circle.
And there was a series of bad calls within about a minute, 3 just unconscious calls or non-calls, and here's the winning bucket.
Well, they did a great job locking up Williams. They wanted Williams. He was their first option, but then they got it to Stackhouse on the baseline where he is so tough. Here he is operating on the baseline. Montrose is going to clear out, try to get into some offensive rebound position. Very active.
North Carolina has not won the ACC championship since 1991. They get another crack at it tomorrow, and Dean will go for 801 in his brilliant career. Virginia, an upset winner over Duke. Wake Forest nearly knocks off Carolina. The Tar Heels survive in overtime. They will meet tomorrow afternoon here in Charlotte. Virginia, North Carolina for the ACC.